Hello, welcome back. So this is week 4 of our 52 weeks Python course for beginners. Okay, so this is if you have not started, if you have not done week 1, week 2, week 3, please go to the playlist. All right, the playlist name is Python for beginners. Okay, so today in this week, let's talk about introduction to strings in Python. Let's talk about strings. So what is a string in Python? What is a string in Python? We talked about data types in the previous week. We talked about data types and we mentioned no, string is one of the data types in Python. So a string is a sequence of character wrapped in quotes. So whenever you want to say somebody, you want to deal with somebody's name, you want to deal with description of a product, whenever you want to do with anything that has to do with text, that particular data is a string data type. Any data or any value that has to do with sequence of characters, that has to do with text, that is a string. And when you're writing strings data type, you put the sequence of characters in you wrap them in quotes. It can be double quote, it can be single quote. So let me show you. Let me open my DLE. Okay, so now if I want to say somebody's name, I can say name is equal to person. All right, you can see it. I wrapped it in double quotes. It can be, it has to be code. I might want to say description. Okay, I want to talk about our description, product description. I can put it in single quote too, and I can say this product is amazing. Okay, this product is great. You can see this is description. This is a sequence of character. This is a text. All right. So any value that you want to store or want to use in your Python that has to do with text or sequence of characters, that value's data type is string, and you have to put it in quotes. It's either in double quote or in single quote or even in triple quotes. Okay. All right. So this is an example. Name is equal to Paul. Language is Python. You can see I have single quote here and I have double quote. So they can all be, and they can also be all triple quotes too. Do you understand? So when you want to work with multi-line, now look at it. Multi-line here is this. If if I want this, if I want something, if I want, let me say, let me use another something like this. If I want to do more, I cannot put it in single quote. If I want to say my product is great, if I want to have it in as multi-line, I cannot do that. All right, I can't do that. But in case I want to have it in multi-line, what will I do? I will put it in double quotes, in triple quotes. Sorry about that. I can say, um, I can say text is equal to, then put it in triple quote like this. So I can say, you can see now, it has given me this three dots showing that, oh, I can continue to write. I can say my product I can come down again, is great. So you can see that I've been able to put this thing in multi-line. So this is amazing. But if you want to do anything multi-line like this, if you want to write your text in multi-lines, you have to use the triple quotes, either the single one or the double quote. But you cannot have single quote like this. So when you're using single quote like single quotes, all right, you are actually going to have it in the same line. But if you have to have them in multiple lines, you have to use triple quotes, whether the triple single quote or triple double quotes. Okay. So strings are immutable. You can't change them directly. Now, you might not understand what this really means when we say strings are immutable. If I go on to change any string variable, you might think that you change them. No, there's something behind the scene that is happening, but we will not be talking about immutability here. All right, we don't have that time. But in my paid courses, in the full course where I teach Python, I actually broke it down and I explained this immutability. okay, so that you understand that. But right now we don't have that time. This video doesn't have to be too long. So how do you assess characters? There's something we call indexing, okay? Each character has a position. So if I go back to my code, you see this person that you're saying here. This is a sequence of characters, okay? So each character, P is a character, A is a character, U is a character. Each of them have positions. So the position of P here is 1, the position of A is 2, the position of U is 3, the position of L is 4. But when it comes to computer programming, there's something we call index, all right? Position and index, and they look alike, but they are different. Position of a character, all right, starts with 1, but the first character in a string like this, the position is 1, but if the index is 0. When it comes to computer programming, index starts from 0. Okay, so the simplest way to do this is position minus 1. That character's position minus 1 will give you the index of that character. So in this case, now this P, the position is 1, but the index is 0. That means position minus 1 will give you 0. For A, the position is 1. The position is 2. So for you to get the index, you now say 2 minus 1 to give you 1. So position is position minus 1 will give you the index. Index starts from 0. Index does not start from 1. So the first item, the first character in this string, the index is 0, while the position is 1. Okay, so now in this case, now this Python, if I want to get the characters by index, if I go now, if I say I want to print, if I want to print the first character in this name, that the name is actually, look at the name. The name is a variable here and it contains this value. If I want to print the first character, I will use this index operator, all right, like this. But I will not tell Python the index I want. So in this case now, the index, the zero, which character in here has the index 0? The character is P. All right. If I want to search for the index of the second character, I will also use the indexing operator, and then you can see now the position of P is 1, but the index is 0. The position of A is 2, but the index is 1. All right, so this is called indexing. All right, so each character has a position. The position, uh, but when we want to work with it, we actually use the index. So you cannot use the position to get the character. You use the index. Okay. So if I say -1, that means I want to get the last character. Look at what I'm doing. If I say Python, give me the index that is -1. All right. I am telling Python to give me the last index. Do you understand? Give me the last index here is n. All right. So I want you to look at this. This is called indexing. All right. Indexing starts from 0. So the first character, the index is 0. The next one, the index is 1. The other one, the index is 2. But the last character, the index is -1. Okay. So please, you're supposed to read that Python for Kids, Python for Beginner. You're supposed to read that book, chapter 4. If you don't have it, please type in the comment section, I want the book. Type in the comment section, say I want the book. And if you're liking this video, I want you to like it. If you're enjoying this video, like it. Comment your name. Comment your name in the comment section. Okay, let's know where you're taking this class from. All right. If possible, tell us are you a beginner? Are you in secondary school? Are you in the university? Please tell us in the comment section. Okay. All right. So there's also something we call string slicing. You know, the way we have slices of bread, a full bread, you can slice it. So when you have slices of bread, that means you can take parts of it. All right. When I have a sliced bread, I can take a slice from the middle. I can take a slice from the top. I can take a slice from the bottom. So we can also slice our strings. So when you slice the string, that means you're separating the characters. So in the case that we have pausing, all right, if I slice this pausing, all right, if I slice this portion, I'm going to slice it P. A U L S O N. That will be so I'm going to have how many slices? I'm going to have 6 slices. Do you understand? So this is called string slicing, just like the way you slice your bread. All right. So I can slice this in string into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I have 7 slices. So this first slice is P, the second slice is A, the third slice is U. And again, I can actually pick this. I can say, okay, I want to take the slice from the center, from the middle. Okay. So slicing allows us to extract parts of a string. So in this case, now we have this test is equal to programming. I might want to slice it. So how do you slice it? We use the slicing operator. So in this case now, I am saying I want the slicing starts with you have your start index and your end index. So the start index is in this case now is 0. Then you put colon, then you give it the last index. So I am saying Python, I want to slice this my test. I want to slice from the beginning, which is 0 index. That's the start index. I want to take from the beginning and I want to stop at index 6. So the index 6 will not be inclusive. So Python is going to give me from index 0 to index 5. Python will not give me the index 6. So Python will give me from this first slice to the 5th slice. It will not give me the 6th slice because this index 6 will not be inclusive. So that is why we have PROGRA. So, okay, so let me go and show you more here. So if I want the slice, this person, if I want slice, if I say print, all right, okay, let me put, okay, if I say print, okay, I want to slice. I'm not looking for index, I'm looking for slice. So I want to slice it. So first, if you're doing slicing, you have to give me the start index. So in this case, I'm assuming that I want to start from the first index, that's the 0 index, and then you separate it with colon, then the last index. So let's assume that I want to stop. The last index is where you want to stop, and it will not be inclusive. So this slice I am doing here will start from index 0. The start index is 0, which is P. So it will stop at index 4, but index 4 will not be included. So 0, P is 0, A is 1, U is 2, L is 3, S is 4. So S is at index 4. But the thing is that S will not be inclusive. So what I'm going to return with this license is PAUL, which is poor. If I go on and print it, I will get poor. So look at it. The last index will not be the end index will not be inclusive. Do you understand? So if I'll go on again and say, let me try another one. I will say I want name sliced. Okay, and then I want to start from index 0 and I want to end at index 3. What is this going to give me? Index 3 is L, right? So P is 0, A is 1, U is 2, L is 3. So L will not be inclusive. Remember, the last index will not be inclusive. So what am I going to get? I'm going to get PAU. All right. So I can also say I don't want to start from 0. That means I will change the start index. I will change the start index. So I don't want to start from 0. I want to start from 2. All right. I want to start from index 2 and I want to end at index 5. So index 2 is U, right? The index 2, U is at index 2. And then 3, 4, 5. 0 is at index 5. But remember, index 5 will not be inclusive. So what will happen? It will give me ULS. All right. So you can see the way I'm taking slices of this bread. I'm taking slices of this string. I can pick the slice from anywhere. So all you have to do is to say, give me start from the start index and end at the end index. But the end index will not be inclusive in the result. Okay. So if you omit the end index, Python will give you everything from the start index to the end index. So look at it. Now I am telling Python where to stop by giving Python the end index. But if I go on and tell Python, okay, I don't want to, if I omit the end index, but if you omit the end index, make sure that you also put the semicolon. If I say start from index 2 and then colon, I omit the end index. It means that Python will give me everything from index 2 to the last character. All right. So if I do this, it give me from index 2 to the last character. So this is index 2 to the last character. Now, I can also omit the start index. If I omit the start index, that means Python will assume that it is uh, Python would assume the start index is 0. All right. If I you see, look at the way I am omitting the start index. I am omitting the start index, but I'm still putting the colon between it and the end index. So if I do this now, Python is going to start from 0. If you omit the start index, Python will assume that the start index is 0. So if I do this now, it will give me, remember, the end index will not be inclusive. So it will give me from 0 to index 3. All right. So if I go on now, hit, it will give me Paul. Okay. You see, to give me Paul. All right. So another thing we'll also take a look at is seeding. Okay. So if another thing is seeding, okay. Now, if I tell Python that seeding is, by default, the seeding is 1. So if I say print name, all right. And then I am saying start from index 0, end at index 4. Then the last one is seeding. By default, the seeding is 1. So what it means is that Python will not skip anything. Python will take it serially. Okay. So if I go on now, to give me the normal thing we always get. But if I go on and change the seeding value, okay, if I go on and change the seeding value, all right, if I say start from index 0, end at index 4, but seed by 2, so Python will skip by 2. So look at what Python will do. Python will start at index 0, all right, and the next value it will give me, it will give me the second next value, then it will skip it, the next one, and give me the other one, all right. So, but let me make this thing something like 6, so we'll have more things to work with. All right. So I am saying, don't give it to me serially. Skip. All right. Start from index 0, then give me the next 2, that is the seeding. After this one, give me the next 2, that is seeding. After the one, give me the next one, that is seeding. So if I go on now and hit enter, look at what it gives me. PUS. So it's first, it take the first one, skip this one, give me the second one, skip this one, give me the third one, the second one again. So from here, it will skip and give me this one. From here, it will skip one and give me the second one. So I can also make the seeding to be 3. If I make the seeding to be 3, it will give me something different. All right, it will skip by 3. So I want you to try it out. Okay, let me also help you out. I can say I want to seed by 3. I'll go with name, and then I will start from 0 and I will end at 6. Okay. But then I will seed by 3 instead of 2. So what will happen if I go now? You see, it starts with P, right? It starts with P, all right? And it will skip the next 2 characters and give me the third one, which is L. And then you can see that we don't have enough values again. So from here, it will give me, remember that the 6 index, the 6 index will not be inclusive. So that is why it did not give us the n. But if I also want to include it, I can now omit. I can omit the last in the end index. I can say start from 0. I will omit the end index, then I will seed by 3. But remember, if you're omitting anything, make sure that you also put the colon. So in this case now, I will start from index 0. All right, index 0. I will skip to the third one. After here, I will skip to the third one, which is now n. So if I go on and print, all right, it gives me PLN. Okay, so that's slicing the way you slice your bread. Okay, all right. So if this is confusing, just go back, rewind and go back. All right, just rewind and go back so that you understand better. So let's talk about string concatenation. You can join strings together. All right, let's assume we have this first string and we have the second string, so we can join them together. So if I go on and I will have to close this so that I open a new one. So I have my I have my first string, hello, all right, and I have my second one is equal to word, all right? So I can combine them. If I go on and say, I can say food, I can say full name is equal to, food is equal to, I can say first plus. So this plus symbol is called what we call concatenation. When you use it for strings, it's called concatenation. When I do something like this, Python is going to add the two of them together. Okay, there's an error. First is not, oh, sorry. Look at my first is wrong. The what I have there, it does not have S. So that was a mistake I made, but I can go with it. First plus second. If I hit enter, I get, so if I go on and print full, Python has concatenated, it has joined the two strings together and to give me hello world. All right. So you can see now that with the plus sign, I am doing concatenation. I can also go and say first. So if I want to have space between, so look at what I will do. I will say hello world, then I'll put space. Do you understand? So this hello world has space. Then I can come again and say second. Second is word. All right. So if you want space to be between them, you have to put space after the O in the hello world. So if I go on and say full is equal to first plus second, all right, it gives me what? If I print full, it gives me the full concatenation. You can see now it is full and it has space between it, okay? So too much plus becomes messy, okay? In short, when you have too many of this, you have to go start using F strings instead. Don't use too many of the plus because it will become messy, okay? All right. So let's talk about F string. F string is more cleaner, okay? So if I want to concatenate these two strings, look at what I would do. I will say print, okay, or I can say full, all right, is equal to, I will use the F string. So I will put F before the double quote like this. Then I will, inside of it, I will now put, look at what I'm going to do, parenthesis, square bracket like this. I'll put the first inside of it. Then I will now put space and I will now say, in square bracket like this, I will now say second. So look at the syntax. Look at what I'm doing. I start off with F, then I will have double quotes. All right. Then instead of the double quote, I will now this first variable. I can now put it in. This is called expression. I'll put it inside of curly braces like this. And then I'll put the second one inside curly braces like this. So this is called expression. Python is going to evaluate this thing and then give us the value. So if I go on now and say print full, it gives us what we are looking for. Okay, so this is more better, way better. So look at the syntax. All right, start with F, then the double quotes, then inside of the double quote, you can now put in the variable that you want to concatenate together. You can put them in what's it called again, in curly braces like this. Okay, all right. So we have Paul, with the F string, you can concatenate anything, all right? Both strings and so if I have something like this now, if I have, if I have name is equal to James, all right? And then I have age equal to 78. So if I want to concatenate, I can say print, look at the way I'm going to concatenate this. I will start with F, I would do double quote, then inside of it, I will now say Mr. I'll put name, that's name will be evaluated to James. Mr. James is I'll put this is age. Is 8 years old. Look at what I'm doing. All right. This is a string now. This is called the F string. I start with F, then I have the double quote. Then whatever I want to now concatenate or join, I can use it like that. I can now say Mr. This name now will evaluate to James, but I'll have to put, if you want Python to evaluate it for you, put it in the curly braces like this. Mr. James is 78 years old. So this age and this name will be evaluated. And if I go on, look at what it prints. You say Mr. James is 78 years old. So this, when you put it in curly brace like this, Python is going to replace it with the value. In this case, it is James. Then the age will also be replaced with the value. In this case, it is 78. Okay. All right. So these are when you have you can this like I said, this is an expression. Python will evaluate anything that is inside of the curly brace. So I can do anything inside of it. So I can go on and say A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 4. I can go on and say um, I can go on and say print. I will start my F string. I'll start with F, then put the string. I will now say the sum of, look at what I'm doing, the sum of A and B, all right, watch what I'm doing, write it exactly what the way I'm writing it is, then I will now I will now say A plus B. So look at what I'm doing here. This is called expression. So anything inside of this curly brace is an expression. Anything inside of this curly brace is an expression. So anything inside of curly braces like this, Python sees it as an expression and Python will evaluate it. So Python is going to evaluate A and replace it with 3. That's the value. Python will evaluate B and replace it with 4. That's the value. Python will now come here and evaluate A plus B. A plus B will give us 3 plus 4 and it will give us 7. Python will evaluate it. So if I hit enter now, it says the sum of 3 and 4 is 7. So look at it. The sum is still the same. The sum of is still the same. Then A, all right, inside of curly brace will be evaluated to its value, which is 3. B will be evaluated. Then A plus B will also be evaluated. All right. So this is how you do several things. Okay. So now you can also format numbers. Okay, if you have decimal numbers like this, okay, you can also format it. If I want to format it into two decimal places, I will also use the expression here. Okay, so now the expression would be the name of the variable, then colon, then dot 2f. So let's go and do this. So okay, so I will say, look at what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to have something like price. Okay. I'm not used to this IDLE. I'm used to using Visual Studio Code, but I'm just using it for beginners who might not have been using Visual Studio Code. So if I say price is equal to 333.899 like this, okay, if I want to format it, I want to make it look like I want it to be in two decimal places. I can go on and say price is I start with my F string, my double quote, then I'll say uh, price, I will say um, price, price is, then I'll put in curly braces like this, and then I'll say price colon dot 2F. So this 2F, what is going to do? This 2F is going to give us two decimal number. So if I go on and print price now, the new price now would be this. Look at it. We reduce it to two decimal point. I can also say, I can also, uh, if I have price like this, price is equal to 9777.8999 like this. So I can also make it to be, I can say print, and this time around I want three decimal numbers. So I can start with my F string, then I can say price is, then I will do my curly braces like that. I will now say price, which is the price variable, colon, then dot. I can say 3F. I can say 4F. Do you understand? So this 3F will give us three decimal numbers. All right. So you can also pad and align. If I want to have spaces with the F string, like if I want to have 10 spaces, if I want to have 10 spaces, all right, if I want to have 10 spaces, I can do it like this. Let's say I want to add 10 spaces to the right. Look at what I would do. Okay, so let's assume I have name is equal to J Kelvin. All right. So if I want to print this thing and I want it to have I want to pad. Okay, I can use the F string like this. Then I will now say curly braces like this. I will now say name, all right, colon. I will use this like this, and then with this, I'm going to pad. I'm going to add 10 spaces after the name. But let me do something else. Um, I can say Ben. So the reason why I'm putting this Ben is that so that when I print this thing, you're going to see that you are going to have 10 spaces before the bend. So if I go on now, you can see, oh, sorry, this is, oh, okay, sorry. This one, the right angle bracket is for the left-hand side. So, excuse me, excuse me. So if I want it to be the right, okay, um, I will do F. You see the padding went to the left, okay? So I will do F, and then I will do name like this. I will do name, colon, then less than 10. So this will not pad it. Then this will not pad it by to the right. You can see we have some space between this Kevin and Ben. Between the name and Ben, we have some space here. All right, so this is 10 spaces. All right, so if you want it to be by the left, you do print, okay, F string, then you will now say, I will do Ben, then I will do name like this. I will now do name, colon, angle brackets, and I'll do 10. So with this one now, it would pad it to the left. So you can see the name has been padded spaces to the left. That is why we have this space here. So this is how you do some right padding and alignment. So if I want to have 10 spaces in the center, I will use this. I don't even know how to pronounce this symbol. All right. So let's try it out. I don't know. Most times this pronouncing these symbols. Okay, is it karat or something? Yeah. So I can say print, and I go for F string. Then I will say curly braces, I will say name, colon, then I will go for this carat, then I'll say 10. If I go and hit enter, look at what it's going to give us. Okay, so what happens is that it will give us 5 to the left and 5 to the right. So let me show you again. Okay, let me show you again that this is what it does. I will go again for the F string. Then I will do Ben. All right, I will do name and then colon, this carat symbol, I will do 10. Then after name, I'm going to do John. Okay, so you're going to see the spaces from the left and the right. So you can see now. So this carat symbol will divide this we have 10, so it will give 5 here and give 5 here. Okay. All right. So just play with it. Watch this video again and again. Repeat it. Okay. So that you understand the syntax most especially. So common strings method. Okay. We can change the casing. If you want to change the case of a string, you can use the test.lower. So if I have, just like I have name, okay? So if, okay, let's say I have name equal to all capital letter, John, like this. So if I want to reduce it, if I want it to be lower letter, I will use the name dot lower method like this. So these are common strings methods that we use. Name dot lower will give me, you can see it gave us John. Okay, so and then this is how it goes. So if I also want it to be, if I have a name is equal to John, all small letters, all right, I can also say print name dot upper method like this, all right, and it will give me in capitals. I can also say, if I just want the one, I can also say name dot title like this. It will capitalize the first, you can see, it will capitalize the first character. All right, so these are lower, upper, title, capitalize. All right, when you go for capitalize, it will capitalize would be it somehow uh, it somehow gives you the same thing with it will capitalize the first, just only in case you have multiple capital upper cases in the name. So name dot capitalize, all right, it somehow was something with the name, but where you see more difference is that when I say name is equal to, now I will do John this, John this. You can see I have two capital letters. So if I go on now and say print name, capitalize, capitalize, name dot capitalize. Hmm. Name dot capitalize. The difference is that it will change. We only have one capital letter in it. Look at it. This is what we used to have. We have J and H as upper cases, but once we do capitalize, it will only capitalize one. That's the beginning, the letter that starts. So you can, if you want to remove spaces, you can use the strip method. Okay, you can try it yourself. So we have space front and back. So if you have space the front and back like this, the strip method will strip it, will remove both the left and the right spaces. The L strip will only strip the left space. The R strip will only strip the right space. Okay, so but if you want to learn this very well, I don't have time. That is why I'm not going to talk more about this. In our full paid course, we actually teach you these things one by one. So, but I don't have much time. I don't want this video to be too long. So you can also find and replace, okay? Test.find, okay? If I want to find Python, if I have a test like this and I want to find Python, all right? It will also give me the index. So this is something, these are common string methods. Okay, we also have the is alpha. Okay, we have is digit, we have is all numeric, we have is lower, we have is upper. Okay, so we can also split and join strings. All right, we can also split and join strings. We have now, if you want to learn more about, if you're interested in learning more about these string methods, you can also contact me. All right, or you can also contact me. You can come to the WhatsApp group and you can just say you want to learn more about these string methods. Okay, there's a whole lot of them that you can work with. Okay, and if you're interested in learning, if you want to buy the paid course so that you can learn more of this, we broke it down into small chunks so that you can learn and understand. And with the paid course, we also give you more attention. We give you mentorship. We give you coaching in case you're having issues with your code. If you want extra time, if you want one-on-one mentorship, if you want one-on-one class, we can also give you that if you actually buy the paid course. Okay, so if you want to find out the length of a string, you actually use the length method. Okay, let me quickly show you the length method. So if I want to know the length of this my name string, okay, I will say length, okay, len, then inside of this parenthesis, I will have the name. So like this, if I hit enter, it gives me the length is 4, okay? So there's something we call escape characters. All right, I will not be talking more about it, but like I said in the paid course, we actually taught this thing, all of them. Okay, so string membership. If you want to know if a string actually, if we can find a string in a test, we actually use the string membership. Python in test. So here we are trying to say, do we have Python in this test? Yes, we have Python in this test. Do we have do we not have JavaScript in this test? Yeah, we don't have JavaScript in this test. So we have the in operator and the not in operator. So in real world examples, you can do username formatter. All right. You can with string methods, concatenation, and all the string methods, you can do a whole lot with strings. So this is something, if you want to really know Python very well, you also need to know how to work with strings because every day, every time we are working with strings. Okay. So share this video, like this video. All right. If you want to learn more, if you want us to give you more attention, if you want one-on-one classes, you can actually contact us. Drop in the comment section that you want one-on-one classes. Okay, so that we can teach you more, give you more time, give you more attention. So common mistakes that people make, using the plus instead of the F string, forgetting strings are immutable. Like I said in the pay course, we taught you more about this immutability and explain why strings are immutable. Not using the strip method on user input. So missing strings and numbers without formatting. These are the things we took time to explain to you in our full paid course. Okay, so your assignment for week 4, I want you to create a program that will ask the user for their name and age, then display a formatted message using the strings. Create a program that will take a sentence from a user, convert that sentence to lowercase, also print out the length of that sentence. Build a username generator from full name. So ask somebody their first name, ask their middle name, ask their last name, and then build a full name from that. Okay. So thank you very much. I will see you in week 5. If you like this video, if you enjoyed it, like it, comment where you're taking this class from, share with your friends. This class is free of charge. Because if you comment, if you engage with this class, YouTube would actually take it to more people so that more people will see it and also enjoy the free class. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next weekend.